Hello everyone, Agion here, another Dawn of War 3 replay. So on the right side as the Eldar, we have Transplanar. So on the left side as the biggest and the best, we have Taerin, the orcs, if you don't get that reference. Do got a early capture here, not big surprise. We do got Bone Singers here, eyeing for an early Warrior Portal. We also got some Dire Avengers. The Warrior Portal this early is a bit unique. Usually, I can see early Webboy trying to get some more field presence for mobility. He's actually setting up a Bone Singer way up here, eyeing for this resource point, going for early forward captures over safe captures. Can be quite potent. Multiple Bone Singers, but we do see, and only 2 Gretchen on here. We got 4 Bone Singers versus 2 Gretchen, so we do have highly large Soul Shrine and Warrior Portal. We got to teleport forward. It's a bit of an unusual build. I haven't seen the Soul Shrine this early. Not exactly sure what he's eyeing. We do got, for the commanders, unusual. We got Warp Spiders, Striking Scorpions, and the Wraithenite, Tall Deer. And we got Plasma Grenades on, not big surprise. We do got an early lead point generator as well, along with the observation post for defense. We also do see have Howling Banshees, Banshee Silence, and Blind charges with their targets with their melee charge. That is very unique. You don't see Banshees getting this upgrade very often. And we do also have the Fire Prism explosions are silenced and slowed. So we have a large silenced army. That's a very unusual composition. We do also have a Howling Banshee's already out on the field with Dire Avengers help support. He may be trying to deny this elite point generator. He definitely did see it earlier. There are also 2 boys already here. His plasma grenades silences him. The Banshee silenced him, denying that wog charge. This is huge, denying that huge shield potency. He's probably wondering what on earth just happened. Now these Banshees will just start ripping apart the boys. And will they actually fall back, doing quite a bit of good damage without actually receiving any health damage before in return. That was incredible. The silence is more of a true silence, even affects these abilities there like that. You also got more and more requisition. Banshees do cost quite a bit of requisition. We'll relocate Warrior Portal again. Wait, yeah, it was up here. We'll get some Dark Reapers as well. Dark Reapers, Howling Banshees, and Dire Avenger, the first 3 units. Well, combat units is playing Bone Singers. Very unusual combo. I like this. And maybe you could see the Banshee upgrade for the Quick Strike, is that called? Probably Quick Strike. You also got some more and more Ard boys. No shooters just yet. We also see defense tower here. So we do have quite a bit of defense here for this elite point generator he's eyeing for. You got a webway gate here, so we do have the increased fleet of foot and the shield generator not being hit. Will he reposition or will he go for the counterattack? He is going to reposition. Storm Boys deploys over here. A bit of a problem. He clicked on it before the attack actually happened, so he couldn't deploy it over here to support. That is a big problem. Now the shield generator will go down for free with no retribution or retaliation. This webway gate will help enable for a quick retreat. Dark Reaper is going to actually eye for defense. He knows his opponent initiate wall consort. The increased movement speeds there will hit the Dark Reapers with considerable amount of damage. You got these Dire Avengers here. We'll get a nice plasma grenade, forces the fall back. Dire Reapers, Dire Avengers will manage to get out. Howling Banshees will get slowed down quite a bit. They could actually charge in for silencing this Storm Boys, prevent them from charging in. We'll charge in, we'll miss the prediction. Striking Scorpions are now available. He could try re-engaging with his units along with the Striking Scorpions. Or he could save up for Warp Spiders. He's not deploying them immediately. He may go to eye for the more favorable engagement, or you could save up for Warp Spiders. I can't really say at the moment. We got a another Wog Tower eyeing for a significant amount of defense for this region. More Dark Reapers being deployed out. More Howling Banshees as well. No more Dire Avengers. Nice to see something else than Dire Avenger spam in the replay tab. We'll lose this resource point entirely. We'll cancel all of that. Actually, Striking Scorpion has been spawned out. He's not going to eye for Warp Spider. He needs awesome force here now. We'll throw out a Suicide Bomber. And now we got the Howling Banshees coming out in. We'll silence his nearby units. And Dark Reapers on low ground doing quite a bit of AoE damage. We'll do quite a bit of work against these boys. And these Dire Avengers will help cover the Banshees from getting any model losses. They may have actually gotten one. I think they have 5 now model squads. Overall, WoW had a smaller force doing a significant amount more damage. However, losing this resource point is a huge problem. He probably lost more in the end. And nice teleporting of all these structures, enabling him to get more and more field reinforcements along with regeneration of the shields and health. You got dual power from both sides here. Requisition has been built. Requisition has been built. No power here. He could build that included. There's requisition here being built as well. With the shield generator down, he has gained quite a bit of advantage at the moment.
Infantry health upgrade secured.
Infantry health has been researched using all this additional power for this infantry. He's not going to be eyeing for vehicle upgrades anytime soon because he does not have any vehicles. And we do have, in fact, the Banshee charge, the quick strike. You can see this charge ability, target direction, causing damage to all units in their path. And if these boys start stacking up, they can do a significant amount of damage to them. I like this play that's not involving Dire Avengers. And Striking Scorpions were quite common when the first game was first released, but now they sort of fallen out of line for Maka and Jane Zar for areas and nukes. So Striking Scorpions for assassins, and we got Warp Spiders for mobility. And they also have the ability, Warp Spiders are deployed, Fire Prism teleports to a target position, does bone damage for the duration, so Fire Prism play as well. That's why you got the Warp Spiders. Striking Scorpions increase Howling Banshees. This is why he went for this combo group. He was going not for the unit for themselves, but for the units they affect. Huge AoE here, but thanks to the shields, minimum health damage. Shields can always be replaced, doing massive amount of damage there. Banshees Howl doing quite a bit of damage, even in fact saving the webway gate, allowing for still swift of foot. Closing your teleports forward, and going to eye for the repairs. Very, very nice play by the Eldar player. I wonder, what is Tall Deer going to add? Tall Deer also add Howling Banshees abilities, so going for our heavy Howling Banshee upgrades. When Howling Banshees trigger Quick Strike, the ability they just used, they become invulnerable and reflect projectiles. Invulnerable and reflect projectiles. No wonder he's going for these Howling Banshees. We got these guys being cloaked in thanks to the Striking Scorpions. But we'll spot the area, notice the war truck. He needs to get perhaps some anti-vehicle. Granted, war trucks are vulnerable to everything still, but they won't sustain any bleed. They can also drop in units, but then he can't go for Orc Knobs because they're fighting against Banshees. Banshees will also silence them. Banshees will silence and most likely stop this taunt in mid-taunt. It prevents Orc Knob play. I wonder. No Orc Knob upgrades. Mad Dread. No Orc Knob play actually in queue, but it doesn't mean he can't still go for them. Howling Banshee's going to go ahead and charge in multiple stick grenades to massive AoE along with the Storm Boys. You got multiple silences now being cast on the field. Dark Reaper still doing quite a bit of AoE damage along with some Dire Avengers. And overall, wow, it looked like a very good engagement for the Orc player. Thanks to the, actually no, they never activate the Quick Strike. Wazmaka doing good AoE right there, calling some scrap. Those Howling Banshees being incredibly potent with all their upgrades. It looked like that was a very good Orc engagement, but no, it was heavily favored in the Eldar player, wiping significant amount of that force. That shows you Dark. I think that's primarily due to the fact that see, it's gotta be from this. He's got to increase health. He has, well, just only increase health actually, along with the Dark Reapers doing additional damage. That health upgrade must have did it. That's must have what it done in favor of him. Do we have pile of guns? No upgrades for the infantry upgrade, so that health upgrade really is paying off. And Dark Reapers, they do AoE damage if you read up their tab. You can see here they have range damage. They do 24 true. I thought they did 24 AoE. Damage in a circle. If you read it, it says damage in a circle must set up before firing. Counters all armor. So they can fight war trucks themselves. The elite point generator has been up for quite a bit of time for the Orc player. Of course, he has gotten access to the big mech Wazmaka.
Vehicle damage upgrade. Our elite warriors will deploy it.
Only for vehicle damage upgrades, he must be. He has a number of fire prism. What's it called? Some doctrinal abilities, so he may be eyeing for it. Looks like this webway assembly, after being destroyed and being repaired, will get destroyed finally. His warrior portal may get hit, but is covered by this turret, which is a bit of a problem. He actually initiated that shockwave a bit early. All the Banshees will probably initiate the charge in. Yeah, we do got the Banshees charging in. Now they're invulnerable for a short time. Striking Scorpions, not actually doing anything much at the moment. We do got this huge Dark Reaper army, which will do massive AoE. This army is quite bulged up. Warp Spiders are out in the field, so we may see some slow mines in the middle of the engagement. Got a huge amount of stuns thanks to the truck, along with the Storm Boys. Can't really tell who's winning. Looks like a number of Dark Reapers, in fact, going down. You also got Rangers, Sniper Rangers out on the field. You don't see them too often. And it looks like the Banshees have been cleaned up, but these Rangers doing a good amount of AoE, Warp Spiders doing a good amount of AoE, will result in a win for the Eldar player. Orc Knobs, they got silenced probably when doing their taunt. Actually, they never did the taunt. They just now did the taunt, but now there's a Falcon here for support, doing some good AoE. 3 squads of Rangers having little chance of getting shot back in return, doing very good range damage. Losing all the Dark Reapers and Banshees is a bit of a problem, but the Orc player has lost his entire army. He's starting to get some Squigs and Tank Busters, along with the Knobs and some, let's see, just looks like 2 squads of Knobs. No more Ard Boys, looks like going for Squigs and Knobs. He did go for quite a bit of a... He did in fact go to the Squig Burrowing Mine upgrade. So that may come in handy. That would be quite nice to start mining up the map. Cute little Squigs. Reminding me of the Russian dogs. They tried to strap off explosives, but ultimately failed to the fact that they tried to go underneath their own tanks. And Russian tanks were diesel over gasoline German tanks. Different smells, and of course a chaotic battlefield probably just makes the dogs panic in the end. Fun little bit in history. There's a couple YouTube channels that cover it. For example, this one YouTube channel called Second Thought. That is one of the least effective weapons in war. It's a pretty good, simple watch if you have any time to watch it. Either way, we do got war trucks being upgraded. We do got these now, more Banshees supported by Striking Scorpions with the Falcon here for support. Where are those Rangers? The Rangers were apparently inside the Falcon transport. We do got this large assault. Will hit the power generator. He needs an eye for defend. He can't be losing power. He needs the power. He lost the power. Got the wall concept initiated. He's probably going to initiate once it gets finished off. He'll probably go in for assault. You got webway assembly here. It could go ahead and connect the webway for faster retreat and offense.
The upgrade is done.
Storm Boys now out on the field. We do have fact have Eldar Storm now available. We could see that. We could see the Wraith Knight Tall Deer instead. Orc Knobs getting launched into the Rangers. That is a very problematic engagement for the Rangers. Storm Boys are almost dead. Looks like the war trucks did in fact go down. Storm Boys just need to jump out of there. We'll manage to jump out of there. They'll jump straight down the line of knockback for Wazmaka, but these Banshees just ripping apart these elite units. However, the 2 Orc Knobs will kill off the Warp Spiders as well as 2 of the 3 squads of Rangers. Wazmaka's actually managed to live. Looks like the Banshees fell back over here. Trying to take out the Orc Knobs, but the Orc Knobs are just way too tanky. Multiple scrap turrets have been initiated by Wazmaka. A big loss by the Eldar player, but the Orc player has sustained a lot of losses himself. Looks like I just heard unlocking Shadow Specters. Do we have any upgraded income? We do have one stage of upgraded income here. One stage of upgraded income here, so he has more elite points coming on in. We do have 2 elite points here, enough for the Eldritch Storm, versus 5, which he just needs 2 more for Mad Dread. So this game is still anybody's game. While the Eldar player had a good beginning, he's starting to fall off at the moment. But we do have a heavy tank on the field. The Fire Prism has considerable range, and now with this upgrade for silenced and slowed shots, along with Fire Prisms can now teleport to a position. Teleporting Fire Prisms. Of course, Warp Spider needs to be deployed out of the field. They have 200 seconds cooldown. Fire Prisms can teleport and they have increased damage. They're teleporting Fire Prisms. They already have good mobility. Now more mobility? Ooh, let's see how this falls out. You got some Shadow Specters eyeing to help destroy the, it is an anti-tank unit. It deals a long-range skirmisher that triggers delayed explosion of its main attack, causing damage in a circle. Wait, that's a Fire Prism. Shadow Spectre. Ranged skirmisher infantry. Increased damage over time against single target. Deals bonus damage first 2 skimmers. Ranged skimmers. Skimmers are the Death Kaptas, I believe. They're considered a skimmer. I think also the Land Raiders. Not the Land Raider Redeemer, but the Space Marine, basically hover motorcycle. I think that's also considered a skimmer. And the Vipers. You can present Fire Prisms are not actually Fire Prisms are considered skimmers. So these guys are considered skimmers as well. We got 3 squads of Orc Knobs and 2 Tank Busters along with Mad Dread. Mad Dread's now out on the field. Striking Scorpions will soon be available. He needs to stall out for Fire Prisms. Well, he doesn't need to stall out, but would be nice. He's going to be facing against, what, 2 elite units. The Storm Boys are on cooldown.
We have finished our task.
Escalation phase has been initiated.
The webway gate is completed.
Once he sees this assault coming forward, he probably will let this webway gate be sacrificed, allowing him to capture up this point. Striking Scorpions now on the field. It'd probably be a good idea to have them go forward and spot this huge army in front of them. Don't mind me. Nudge. We'll see that webway instantly gets killed. He will not have time to defend. We do have now the fire prison not firing its first shot off, making himself known. These striking Scorpions are a good way to spot for them. Number of Dark Reapers. Dark Reapers could go ahead and go into this shield generator, but he will actually fall back. He may, in fact, have to use his elite points for the Eldritch Storm.
From the Infinity Circuit, Wraithguard will rise.
You got Wraithguard now coming on now.
Returns to the webway.
2 Wraithguard now coming on now. I would have actually probably done more Fire Prisms and more AoE, but he needs more of a front line, so maybe a bit better option is Wraith Blades for our front line. Because he doesn't have much melee infantry at the moment. There's striking Scorpions. And that's it. No Howling Banshees are left.
Structure is available to relocate. Dark Reapers answer the call.
Warp Spider is now available, so now have teleporting fire prisms.
The Wraithguard live again in your service.
It was like squig mines are now available. He could go. Oh, actually, there's a number of squig mines here. But he spotted them. Thank you, Cloaked Ranger, spotting the squig mines. You got so lucky that he had cloaked units there. And how are they shooting that unit? Thank you. And those guys unburrowed because they're a nearby unit, but they didn't have vision of the squig unit. Now he knows there's squig mines. He has to be very careful. We got some Def Gun looters here for suppression support. We may be seeing an ion attack on this point here. There's no observation post here, but granted, in this late game, those structures will just melt away. Do we have any income? We do got one stage here. Still only one stage. Still only one stage. These units are now hyped up. We do got this assault over here. This assault is a very mixed combat force. He will lose this resource point up here no matter what. All depends, is he going to push forward? His opponent still has to hit this shield generator. He can hit this shield generator now. He could be eyeing for the kill. He's moving forward a webway gate in order to help fleet of foot these units. This instant gets destroyed. He may be eyeing for the kill now. He's forcing the fallback of the orc units. He's going to he destroyed the structure, whatever it was. Warp Spiders are tanking the turret. He's going to be initiating the stun now, which will give him quite a bit of time for this orc units. This got another hyped up, at least most of them. You got these units not getting hit. These units just got off stun, but there's a massive taunt. He needs silence. Where is the fire prism? You got a silence there. Striking Scorpions jumping on it. It's hard to keep track of what's going on. The Dark Reapers are getting hit by the Orc Knobs. The Stormboars are just now getting killed. We're getting close. Huge number of tank busters here. The Falcon's almost down. The Fire Prism is down. Almost the entire Eldar army is down. I hope he He has some Wraith Blades. He did not use the Soul Stones to fall back any of the in those units. He has lost a significant army. His opponent has this huge army. That stun wave proving very problematic. The turret almost got taken down, but almost is not good enough. Now he has this huge enemy army. He's going to be rebuilding a huge army, but he does not have enough production. In fact, he has 2 warrior portals, which he really does need. Shield generator will definitely go down. Wraith Blades are going to charge on in. Hopefully, he's going to use the soul recall before they go down. In fact, he can go ahead and use it now. He will clean up an Orc Knob, but they will get killed off, however, before the Orc Knob goes down. Did not use the Soul Stone or Soul Recall. His opponent will actually fall back. His units are highly damaged. He's lack of Orc Knobs. He's assuming his opponent already has army. He was actually quite vulnerable at the time, but he's actually quickly rebuilt army. Good defensive force. Elite Point Generator is approaching for Wraith Knight Taldir. Very soon, 2 minutes. This game could easily stall on for another 2 minutes for Taldir to come on out. On the other side, we have 6 Elite Point Generator, 6 Elite Points for Rocks, but he does not have another Wog Tower. He needs to build another Wog Tower to get for Rocks. He has enough Elite Points for 2 sets of Rocks. By the time he gets them off cooldown, you'll have enough for 3 sets of Rocks. You can call a nuke after a rock. The best sort of nuke. Kinetic bombardment by giant rock. F-Copter's an interesting option. They're not exactly all too effective. He's actually upgrading the resource point. Very nice. I said the Orc player is in better position at the moment. He has a huge number of squigs available and tank busters. Also a large number of knobs. And some supporting Death Gun Ludas. Over here we do got a huge amount of Dark Reapers. No more Howling Banshees. Number of Wraith Guard. I want to see Fire Prisms. If he has a number of Fire Prisms, he could just go ahead and just kite all day and bombard enemy forces. Especially with the teleportation.
The upgrade is done. Summoning a Bone Singer. Upgrading, securing infantry damage upgrade.
Looks like he's going to upgrade some resource points himself, eyeing for more and more power instead, since he's over requisition. Taldir is now out on the field. She has returned to serve. Wog Tower has been initiated. The elite units have not been fully healed, but thanks to this Wog concert, they will get healed up. I think they get healed up by the Wog concert. I just saw a brief moment of health income.
We have finished our task.
Looks like he's teleporting his force along with the striking scorpions. We're going to see a massive engagement. He's going to sound some squig mines. Very nice. Squig mines, that's a very good spot for them. That's most like the proper path in order to get in this area. Now, how will this engagement go out? I'm not sure. There is a huge number of tank busters. I just have no idea how it's going to go out. This scan's quite important in order to deal with these squigs. The squigs, there's a huge group of them, can do quite a bit of damage. Wraith Knight Taldir carves into that force there. No rocks so far. He does not have another Wog Tower for rocks. Taldir significantly going down. Taldir does in fact go down thanks to all the tank busters. She's strong, but she's not invulnerable. There could be a suicide bomber under this unit, but they're sustaining a huge amount of damage before any suicide bomber. There's a huge AoE force here. We're ripping apart the Orc knobs before they even get close. Madred will knock him back, denying actually any proper taunts. There we go. Do you get a proper taunt there? Into all the squigs. Very nice combo. Still got these warp riders engaging. Madred is down to its 1 point of health. There's still a number of. There's still some orc knobs here, but do got some units here. Was he used actually out of soul charges at the moment. Slow mines have been cast in. There's still a huge amount of tank busters, but do still got 2 elite units here. Massive detonations have been gone off by the slow mines. Looks like all the elite units have gone down for the orc player. Is all of them gone down? Not only Tall Deer went down here, but losing all that force is a bit of a problem. Got some rangers. We do have, in fact, some fire prisms coming on out. Over here, we still have a huge orc army. 96 population to 35. Even Deathcopters. I don't see Deathcopters very often. But he has so many elite points. But not another Wog Tower for rocks. Where's your rocks? Another Wog Tower will help increase the number of salvage to large piles to get big tracks and other heavier options. Deathcopters will gun down these resource generator points. He's also got a bit more income, I believe. We got some Wraith Guard here, firing off individual shots, getting some very good damage. A lot of the upgrades we do have does not have the next Wog Tower, so he has 1 and 2, 1 damage, 2 health for vehicles. Over here we have all weapon damage on vehicles and health and damage on infantry. So he has very powerful infantry, hence why those Dark Avengers were doing so much damage. And over here we just only have 1 and 2. A lot of health, small damage. You got some Wraith Blades for a front line to help assist the striking Scorpions. Even quite a bit of Dark Reapers as well. Some more. Population still in favor at 187 versus 106. It's getting another Fire Prism for more long-range fire support. The silences will come in handy versus those Orc Knobs. Plus it also slows them, if I remember correctly, their primary shots. Yeah, silence and slow, so if they can do a great amount of work, they just have to avoid the tank busters. These Deathcopters harassing the various points are very nice. You got before that building went down, he managed to teleport in a couple units, make it some very good hits in. Is getting a number of good hits in, no kills, however. Those can be repaired up by some Gretchens. Still no 5th tower. He has 13 elite points for rocks. What is he doing? Does not want rocks? Everybody likes rocks. See, here's a rock. How about a rock that falls out of the sky on top of your enemies? Eldritch Storm's now available.
Power generator complete. A webway gate is ready to serve us. Enemy scouts spotted. Light enemy force met. Southeast of your position.
He spotted squigs. More and more squig mines are coming on in. Very good combo using the Orc Knobs to taunt and then have the squigs go in and nuke the army. More Deathcopters are coming, are just harassing. We'll get instantly annihilated. Slow mines doing very good effect. But you got the scrap turrets. Just slowly whittling away these shields. That's minor. The shields can always be replaced. Two fire prisms are now out. You could go ahead and go aim for some Wraith Blades now with some Dark Reapers. Mixed combat force like that can be quite good. Dark Reapers only cost requisition.
Summoning Wraith Guard.
245 population, 231. He's approaching max population. We got the teleport over here, so he knows there's a webway gate over here. There's going to be a huge engagement here. Taldir still 70 seconds off cooldown. Do got the wall concert been initiated to hype up these nearby units. You got assault coming on in. He better not be aiming for the turret. He needs to engage the army first. He's not going to. Eldar Store just been called in. Why? That's very risky calling it in now. Though he's going to run, his opponent's going to run straight into the army. He sees his force here. Will fire. Though there's a number of tank busters, he will be hitting Wraith guards. We start bombarding this area with fire presence. We're slowing up the entire army. Eldritch Storm has been fully called in thanks to this nearby unit. Doing a significant amount of damage. Doing very good amount of damage. He has destroyed the turret. He's now aiming for the Mecha hut. Now you just need to hit the core. But his opponent's army is no longer being slowed. He needs some sort of blocking force in order to stop him. The fire prism does have pretty good suppression, as we saw earlier. We'll fire a shot off there. Very good hit there, slowing down this Taerin force. Now he's starting to advance onto the core, but he doesn't have much force for advancing. Taldir is now out on the field. Taldir has him deployed behind the enemy force. Huge number of Orc Knobs has just been called in. Suppression has been initiated. All the units are now fire presence dead, so no more silence or slow. Huge temporal stasis unit ability. The shields, scatter shield. But now have the Orc rocks finally being called in. The entire Eldar force is already down. You got Taldir now just probably going to fight it out until her jumps get cooldown for escape. In comparison, this scatter shield, razor shield, absorb all shots that pass through it and delay will attack its engine, causing stasis in a cone. She just got immobilized and she will get taken down. The Eldar player, a lot of requisition. This Eldar player needs to start building up massively. Getting multiple fire prisms, that's a good idea. It's a good suppression unit. He needs Dark Reapers. He could just throw in some Dire Avengers if he does not have enough buildings for production. Yes, he is. Good. But he needs more units. He should have been building while that engagement going on. Slight miscalculation. Now his opponent's going to be counterattacking. The shield generator will provide him some time, but he still has to fight Death Dreads, trucks. Well, trucks not all too scary. Another Death Dread, and various tank busters along with knobs. You got some multiple Wraith Guard now out. We'll claim one of the Death Dreads immediately. They are a very good anti-tank unit. And plus with all the damage upgrades he has, he will kill off another Death Dread. Little problem. The shield generator's fact is still not down, so he still has more time for defense. The shield generator will now pitch in damage upon that Orc Knobs. We got a massive taunt and AoE here. We still got more units. However, we do got the silence now available from the fire prism. If we start hitting this force, which will knock it back, doing significant damage. Well, we'll get a nice stun shot off now, using the buy time. Though the tank busters are not in range, the Orc Knobs will get annihilated. All the Orc Knobs down. How the turret is now approaching death. 2 fire prisons are now out. He could afford another and a lot more Dark Reapers. He's getting some Howling Banshees, another good option for him. Let's go ahead and match the income over here. A lot of stockpile income. Both players are not very good at macroing while in engagement. But then again, I don't expect everybody to be the best players in the world. For help with macroing, there's always these little buttons here. You can go ahead and click, 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 all the units you want to build. Make sure they're routed in the proper location, and voila, you got a reinforcements or another army ready to go to engage.
Upgrading vehicle health. Cancelling. Upgrade started. Beginning upgrade.
He's actually going to go for Soul Recall, trying to eye for eyeing to actually micro those units so they can fall back before they completely die. Which is a bit of a tall feat. It's not an automatic ability. This elite point generator will finally go down. You got Death Dread here, but he's going to receive multiple fire, huge amount of fire. With a big AoE there will claim actually number of the units. In fact, it was upgraded. It was scrapped, upgraded, so there was a massive AoE left over behind. How many elite points does this guy have? 19! Due to the fact that he had such late rocks, he has enough nukes for a very long time. Eldritch Storm has enough. He has enough elite points for an Eldritch Storm himself. Just need to wait for cooldown.
Wraith blades are called to serve.
Current population's 150 to 95, so the Eldar player is in much better position at the moment. He also has now 3 fire prisons. That's a massive long-range AoE plus silence and slows. Doesn't really need to worry about health. If the enemies get upon them, they're pretty much already dead anyways. They just need to make sure they stay their distance. Will they fire off another shot? Yeah, he will actually eliminate those points. Finally. Aiming for the last turret generator. It has very little health left. Then you can go ahead and hit the power core. You got now more spiders now available for calling. We'll destroy off that core before it gets off its really any stun. 4 spiders would be great at this moment to lay down some slow mines right around here to help support its units. You got squigs rushing on forward. Some of them will get AoE down. Massive assault here. A large number of Wraith Guard here. Stormboy's coming in, does get a nice stun. With this Death Dread. Rushes forward, will get killed, but the scrapped up bonus of the AoE will do a significant amount of AoE damage to the left unit cells. Well, melee. You got a very good AoE from the fire presence, doing quite a bit of silence. Denying big mechas from all of its abilities, excluding the scrap turrets nearby. Fire prisons will in fact fall back. In fact, did not clean up that point. Eldritch Storm now available. And we'll do a proper soul recall on some of these units. I think it looks like all the soul recall charges have been utilized, so he used the maximum effect. We'll get a large number more Dark Reapers and Wraith Guard. Well, Wraith Blades, actually. Get heavy frontline infantry. What is the upgrades looking over here? He still hasn't fully upgraded all the important stuff. He's not going for health over here for his upgrades because he doesn't really need it all too much. Well, vehicle shields. Just because his vehicles are long range, they're not generally going to get hit. Even if they do get hit, the shields can withstand it for quite a bit. A little bit of health damage here, but that's minimum.
Dark Reapers answer the call.
Wall cons have been initiated. We do not have any teleportation to get up here. You got the warp spiders.
complete.
That's it.
Wraith blades answer the call. Dark Reapers at your command. Heavy enemy contact. Northwest of your position.
Warp spiders, will they teleport away in time? No, they will not. Bit of a loss. Now his fire prisms cannot teleport. He will use his ability. He's going to eye for the assault, but he's getting revealed by those points. He's going to force his opponent to fall back into the defense. His turret is down here. The power core is still at full health. He does have some big tracks. They're both scrapped up, so he can go ahead and use an artillery mode. He's doing a good amount of damage to the extra banshees at the moment. You got the Eldritch Storm being called in upon near the core. Banshees, the Wraith Blades are now charged on in. You got the Fire Prison now lining up, but you got Mad Dread now out on the field. Taldir is now available. He needs to call in Taldir. Eldritch Storm is not being focused down, doing quite a bit of AoE damage to the nearby area. Plus a very good slow from the Fire Prisms, along with huge AoE damage from the Dark Reapers, along with pinpoint damage from the Wraith Blades. Taldir is now out on the field. Very poor spot, but maybe eyeing for a dual push. Rocks are now being called on in. Wraith Blades are still in the front line. Could go ahead and fold them back. He does in fact have 2 charges available. I don't think he's micro-weaving at the moment. Dark Reapers will draw away the rocks. Now we got Taldir now out on the field. Taldir has little to fear against unpowered, undefended core. Taldir will get taunted, but we'll use the shield. We'll stasis these nearby units. Our core had just used up the shielding mode. The power core shelter. Another Death Dread, but did have this upgraded variant, which will do more AoE damage. The core is down to 25% health, and the Fire Presence will in fact finish it off. This is Agion saying, I'd like seeing a different place out than Dire Avengers. This is Agion saying, thank you for watching, and signing off.